Yo, I go by the name of Pharrell from the Neptunes, and I just want to let y'all know
I'm your pusher.
The world is about to feel something that they never felt before. Come on.
From ghetto to ghetto, the backyard to yard, I sell it with.
The Tower of the Americas and Hemisphere Park reminders of the International Expo San Antonio hosted Tuesday. Greetings, everyone. 2K Sports brings you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr as we get set to bring you all the action. It's out on the road tomorrow as the Spurs wrap up this home stretch. Last time they met was in Minnesota, where they beat the Timberwolves. They have taken all the decisions so far this season, jumping ahead 3-0 in the season series.
It was an emphatic win for them, especially considering that it was on the road. No question, by the way, that it was their offense that carried them.
Steve, I love the way they attacked at every opportunity. They never were on their heels, and eventually that allowed them to pull away.
Checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Rubio and Martin manning the back. Get out there with Wiggins, and it's Pekovic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now, here's Rubio. Tried to shoot. Here's Black. He's shot no good, a bit short. The Minnesota Timberwolves coming to this one after the win against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
I'll tell you what, the way they shot the ball in the game, it looked like a shoot-around out there.
It sure did, and all the more impressive because they did it on the road. You're not supposed to be able to get that hot in an opponent's building.
And so it's Minnesota with it. 4-point game.
Tony could well be the best point guard penetrator in the game. And he's great at finding the seam and getting the ball up and off glass before the shot blocker can recover. And once the ball hits the glass and comes off, it's no touch zone for the defender.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, Greg Popovich had a few moments to share with me. He said that as long as they move the ball and don't get baited into bad shots, their offense should carry them in this game. He said, we have a lot of guys that can fill it up. As long as we can mix up what we show them, we'll always find a way to get points. Let's see if they can vary their looks to get good shots, guys.
Okay, Doris, thanks. And it seems that the offensive game plan will be the key for them tonight, guys.
Well, I'm sure they feel if they can execute their offense effectively, they'll be the ones controlling this game from start to finish.
And they have a good reason to feel that way, Steve. Offensively, they are a well-oiled machine when it's working.
There's a good screen. Rubio against Parker. Outside, Martin. Offline with his three.
Certainly not the green start they were hoping for, going 1 for 4 early.
Duncan can't hit. For Minnesota, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Into Pekovic. Deflects the pass. Leonard with the steal. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Duncan. Goes back up. And the layup is good. Duncan's got his first 2 points of the night.
The defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
Rubio, the pass to Wiggins. And Rubio kicks to Martin. Timberwolves passing it around. Here's the kid, covered by Duncan. The shot's good from Black.
Like the defense kind of backed off him and he took advantage.
Spurs leading by 6. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Here's Duncan. They get it again. From down. It goes.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like you got there.
Into Pekovic. That's in. Coming off an assist from Rubio.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
the last game for San Antonio. It was a win against Cleveland.
And their inside strength was so apparent in that win. They just blocked shots, controlled the lane, did a good job on the glass.
Very alert were they, Steve. Alert, aware, and reacted quickly to shot attempts in the post.
Like he rushed that one, guys. The defense was out of position. He was wide open. Just couldn't take advantage.
You know, the Spurs, because of their way of conducting business, low-key personality, never really been ratings darlings, despite being considered and respected as a model franchise in the league. The team's color of silver and black, I think, fits their style. Not really flashy, they're gaudy. It does point out their business-like approach, how precise they play, and how much they win.
Here is Rubio. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Here's Black. And there's another one for the Timberwolves. Spurs leading by 4.
When you look at the Spurs knocking the branding, it starts from the top end. They don't court media attention. They're close to the best. All business, all about winning.
The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Rubio dishes to Martin. The pass to Wiggins. Back to Martin. Shot clock at 6. From downtown. That doesn't go either for Martin. And the Spurs look for a certain kind of player, Clark. I know you're interested in this. The players they get are uninterested in the spotlight. Pop calls them guys that have gotten over themselves.
That's a great way to phrase it, because they're others focused, not self-focused. And that's something that really lends itself well in a culture with glamorizing the eye, not the truth. In the Spurs, they are all about business, and all of the extra stuff is not what appeals to them. They're interested in winning and having fun and enjoying each other, and that's why they're a championship organization.
That's a good blueprint.
Yes, it is.
Here's the kid, Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Fades back, and that one's good. And it's 6 points for the kid. We've got 1:55 left in the first. Mills with it, averaging 8 points a game. Pass to Bellinelli. Outside, Green. Up top, Mills. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Goes up and lays it. Mills has got his first basket. 1:27 left to play in the first. Outside, Williams. And again, it's Minnesota.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Spurs leading by 6. And Mills kicks to Bellinelli. To the inside. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's on Mo Williams.
Patty Mills last season had his best season ever. Really remade his body in the offseason. Adding muscle, cutting down on his body fat. Already one of the quickest players in the league. He got even quicker.
And Mills getting quality minutes at the backup point guard position.
Yeah, and for a player who spent time in the D-League, playing in China and his native Australia, it seems he's really solidified his place as an NBA player, Kevin, in part because he refocused on conditioning and guarding and really developed as an outside shooter.
Now, here's Green. After the miss from Black. And here's Mills. Green inside the three-point line. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Outside Williams. 26 seconds left to play in the first. Correa, the pass to Black. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. The kid's got 8 points.
His shooting has been so good today. He may have to take it upon himself to try to get his club out of this hole.
Here's Mills. It's some mark, and that one's good. He has 6. There's the buzzer, and not much scoring at all through the first quarter of play. Spurs. The first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Spurs?
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And they're getting good balance offensively, too, because they're starting to knock down that mid-range shot.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for San Antonio, they've got Bellinelli. Green out there with Mills. And there's Duncan. And it's Diaw in at the center.
Yeah, he's surprised he didn't make that one because he had a pretty clean look at the hoop.
Got a piece of it. Out of bounds, Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. Let's now take this time to run down the rookies with the highest rate of steals in the season's second half. As you look at the kid, 5th in the NBA, very crafty player.
You know, he's been figuring out the league. You can see by his steal rate in the second half of the season. He's just taken what he learned in the first half and really run with it.
Yeah, it's obvious, and has really been fun to watch him develop as an NBA defender over the course of his rookie year.
Here's Green, following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. Green kicks to Parker, and it's wide right. It's off the rim.
I thought he'd make that one. That's his range, and the defense nowhere to be seen.
Martin, the pass to Black. Back to Martin. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Martin's got 6 points.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, and it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Clark.
Oh, here's Parker. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Cleveland.
You know what was great, too, Kevin, was the way he balanced getting his own shots and making plays for others.
Here's Green. Thaddeus Young grabs the miss. Timberwolves have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, as you know, Jimmy Parker is now an elder statesman in the NBA. His father feels as if he's been a mature force since he started playing at the French Training Institute. Parker's father said, quote, "I don't think you can get any more mature than that. Leaving home at 14, you have to become a man on your own." Guys?
Thanks, Doris.
Tremendous dedication to the game. It's great to remember just how far he's come.
And it's Martin missing. The Spurs have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Green dishes to Parker. Back to Green. Parker left side. Diaw, the screen. Parker kicks to Duncan. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought.
Well, Spurs head coach Greg Popovich, so smart, a former foreign intelligence officer during the Cold War. If he's tight-lipped with the media, maybe that's the reason why.
Now, here is Young. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Pulls up, high post, and he drops that one in. Now, Green. Switch here. Ginobili's checked in. Second quarter into the title. Spurs lead by 3. And a chance now to
Some ground for you to make up, no doubt, here in the first half. What are the areas you need to improve on to get back even?
I think we just need to step our energy level up a little bit. We seem to be moving around like we were playing underwater in that first half. Second half, we need to come out with more urgency.
Good luck in the second half, Kevin. The visibly frustrated.
All right, listen up, everybody. The second half doesn't have to...
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for the kid. 10 points, and he hasn't forgotten to get his teammates involved either.
Well, that's important part. I mean, he's conscious of the fact that moving the ball around gets the defense to move, it forces them to work, and it creates a better offensive flow for his own team.
So on the floor for Minnesota, Rubio and Martin batting to back. Bekovic is out there with the kid. And it's Wiggins in at the 3. Clock is at 3. Here's Martin. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Martin's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Timberwolves. San Antonio leading. That's the splitter. And it's good in the assist by Parker. Parker's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Minnesota should be 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. And Rubio picks to Martin. And it's Rubio penetrating. Good.
They got the most out of that possession, guys.
A tight game here in San Antonio. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the 3rd. Parker rejected by Black. And now Minnesota in the fast break with the lead. And Rubio with the lay-in. Rubio's got 4 points in the quarter.
Perfect on their first 3 shots now. That's the way to start the second half.
Parker outside. The dish to Ginobili. Back to Parker. Parker right side. Pocket 4. And he gets it to go. Parker's got 8 points. Well, Tony Parker, an excellent scorer. Creative finisher, certainly inside with a smooth pull-up jump shot from mid-range. Steve, when he gets in the lane, he is dynamite.
And he draws fouls at a very high rate for a point guard. He's so good at initiating contact and then forcing the officials to make a call. And what that does, it gets you 3 points. It also allows you to set up your defense at the other end.
Duncan outside. Ginobili on the wing. Ginobili right side. 11 feet away. Here's the touchdown. He's got 11.
And Parker really is great from mid-range and in. His three-point shooting a little bit more inconsistent. Some seasons he's shot in the high 30s from out there. Others it's only been in the 20s. But it may be a shot he turns to as he loses some of that elite, elusive football.
Ginobili attacking, and the kid picks up the foul. Splitter kicks to Duncan. Passes it to Splitter. They get it again. Nice D from Black. The Timberwolves trail. In low to Martin. And he uses the glass on the lane. Martin's got 10.
And as much as we talk about Parker offensively, he's also a solid defender. Never one to gamble for steals, but considering his offensive load, he remains steady at the other end of the floor.
Duncan kicks to Parker. Tigers from the corner. Rebound by Black.
What was the defense doing there? He is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it. I like the work that testing that shot. It looked like it was going to be easy, but they forced the miss.
You know what? He got it in close, but couldn't finish in traffic.
Timberwolves have gotten every shot that drops in halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. Fades away and sinks the tough shot. He's got 12. And Clark, a great competitive game so far.
Yeah, tit for tat. I mean, back and forth, plenty of lead changes, and excellent play.
These two teams, guys, are so evenly matched to me. I think this could go right down to the wire.
Knocks it loose. And now Minnesota on the fast break. All alone. Down the breakaway slam.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Yeah, absolutely. They made the steal pay dividends instantly in the open floor.
Parker outside. Good. Parker's got 4 points in the quarter.
It is so hard to contain. He just seems to get it done however he has to do.
Rubio gets a screen from Black. Rubio the pass to Wiggins. Here's the kid. Back in off the glass. The kid's got 16 points.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
Yeah, that's 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed on good looks right at the rim.
Parker dishes to Duncan. Pekovic with the rebound. Pekovic has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Dishes it to Rubio. To the middle. Here's Black. And so he draws the foul on the shot. And to the line to shoot 2.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
You know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. First Diaz checked in for Smith. Bellinelli comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Daniel Green is checked in for Manu Ginobili. Mills in for Parker. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Young's checked in for Nikola Jokic. Brewer comes in for Wiggins. J.J. Barea is checked in for Kevin Martin. And Mo Williams subbed in for Ricky Rubio. And Doris Berg has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, the Spurs not necessarily a glamour franchise, but maybe the NBA's model franchise. The longest streak of 50-win seasons in league history, 5 championships, and a litany of former Spurs working as head coaches and GMs around the league. Duncan said people aren't envious of their image, but they're envious of how they run things. They get it done, Kevin.
They sure do. An incredible run. Thanks, Doris. Williams gets a screen from Black. Williams passes to Black, and he gets the bucket. The kid's got 10 points here in the second half.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan should be simple. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And Mills kicks to Diallo. On the wing, Green. In low to Duncan. And the jump to finish it off. Beauty. This game going to take a big swing. Clark, if the D continues to clear out like that, give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect in a blowout, Kevin, or even an exhibition game, not a close game like this.
And you frustrated Steve is.
Well, I just, you know what, come on, I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up there. I mean, he threw it down with force.
That's good. 9 points for Mo Williams.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
There's 45 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Bellinelli, covered by Brewer. Out that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Bellinelli.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
And Young kicks to Williams. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Back to Young. Brewer pushes to Young. Shot clock at 5. Charity strike shot. Here's Black. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Well, second chance points are not easy to come by. Work as hard as he has today, it becomes a lot easier.
Minnesota's shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And over the course of the season, guys, they've shot a very respectable 78% from the line.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
It'll count. Cannot hit. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter.
Tuesday, March 17th.
We have the chance now, folks. Let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
I was hoping we'd get a chance to see this one again. Thank you, Lonnie, and the truck for showing. But it's passing makes the basketball purists happy. This is the beauty of the game right here.
Spurs trailed by 5. Green teams with Leonard on the wings. Boris Diaw is out there with Splitter, and it's Mills in at the guard position. It's the San Antonio 5. Green passes to Mills. From 11 feet away, and it's sent back by Black. Timberwolves leading by Levine's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Timberwolves. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle steps for the Timberwolves?
Their defense has been outstanding, Kevin. Closing out on shots, blocking a lot of them as well.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Timberwolves shooting impressively throughout at 62%. Young with the ball. Leonard picks him up. Here's Levine. On the wing, Williams. Young outside. And it's good, assisting on the play with Williams. And now it's a 10-point Timberwolves lead.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Kicks to Leonard. He dishes it to Splitter. Back to Leonard. And the wide open shot from Green. Here's Splitter. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Timberwolves leading by 10. Brewer passing to Black. Now Young inside. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And we're seeing the shots just dropping from everywhere right now.
Yeah, since halftime, Steve, they've been operating very efficient.
Manu Ginobili's checked in. San Antonio's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Parker kicks to Ginobili. They set the screen. Back to Parker. 6 to shoot. Off the run. Good.
Oh, he's clearly feeling fantastic game last time out.
A different look now. Twitter comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And Kawhi Leonard subbed in for Manu Ginobili. Blacks checked in for Minnesota. Now here is Martin. Rubio outside. Out to the right wing. Here's Black. San Antonio with the rebound. Parker outside. Shoots from 14. And that one's good. Parker's got 4 this quarter. Timberwolves leading by 12. Martin dishes to Rubio. Back to Martin. Looking for Pekovic. He gets it there. Hits it from about 6 feet away.
And guys, it's his consistent shooting that's really helping get his team into a position they're in right now.
The Spurs shooting in the fourth quarter is looked shabby, 38%. Parker passes to Leonard. Here's Duncan. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Duncan's got 10 points here in the second half.
I love it when a player like this shakes off a poor first half and comes back strong like he has, showing a lot of confidence in his game.
Parker against Rubio. Outside Martin. Just 5 on the clock. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Off target from three-point range. Spurs trail by 12. It's Parker with the drop. And Green with the basket on the assist by Parker. Parker's got his 6th assist on the night. We've got 1:13 left to play in the final quarter. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth.
I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Timberwolves.
Had a fantastic play for the bench.
Yeah, they did. Their depth is really one of their greatest attributes.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
You know, the most important aspect of this win would be the fact that they at least dodged the bullet in terms of getting swept in the season series.
And at 1-3, obviously the record against this team still won't be pretty, but at least it's not total failure.
Fantastic show. What an amazing game all around. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket just seems to be incredibly wide.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Bellinelli, he's checked in for one. Joseph comes in for Daniel Green. It's Mills in for Parker. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Chang, he's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Brewer comes in for Wiggins. J.J. Barea checked in for Kevin Martin. And Levine subbed in for Ricky Rubio. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Duncan drawing the double team. Rebounded by Black. Barea with him. There's a good screen. Down low. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
Ricky, what was working tonight for the team's offense?
Yeah, we started getting very slow. We can't start like that, but
Hey, Pharrell. Hey, I thought that was you, man.
Hey, man, good game.
Hey, thanks. Maybe I'll catch you later?
Maybe.
Muchacho, assorted flavors, it needs a lot